Are we recording? Double check. Yes. Okay. How is that? How are you doing, Troy?
Good, Savio. How about you? Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Good afternoon.
afternoon. Good
Hello.
afternoon. Good afternoon. So I think Henrik will join us soon in 2 minutes, but
I'm
we'll.
here.
Ah, Henrik, you're here. Hawaii. Sandeep, you also have Hawaii?
Sorry?
You also have Hawaii tab?
No.
Ah, okay, fine. Anyways, okay. So today, what are we gonna do? How are the assignments coming along, everybody?
Great, great.
Fantastic. Don't forget about the grand prize, right? That's a
Yeah,
nice
I
sexy
will get it.
mouse pad. It's slightly longer than the normal mouse pads, right? So I want you guys to be at it with each other, right? And yeah, we have a few more days to go. So this is what we're going to do. Today we're having the class. Tomorrow we're going to take a break because today we're going to be talking about the EMAs as well, right? So you all have to be a bit versed with what we're going to be talking about today. So EMAs today and a lot of other stuff, which is calculation, simple. Understanding indices, again, simple. Understanding EMAs, simplistic to a certain extent. And then the journaling, which is again simple, right? So uh, today we'll do this. Tomorrow I'll give you all time to digest and finish the case studies again. Day after tomorrow we'll have the session when we'll talk about the VWAP and everything we've discussed, which is today is what? Today's Tuesday. So Wednesday break, Thursday session, Friday break, and then Saturday we meet for the event. Sounds good.
Okay.
So everybody's
Yeah.
assignments have to be submitted to me, the case studies. Sandeep, I'll tell you your case study as well. Everybody has to be submitting their case studies on Thursday. Sorry, on Friday.
Okay. The apple one, you said? The apple
Yeah,
and
apple, banana, mango, all the fruits, everything.
App. Oh,
okay.
okay. Mm.
Okay. So I think Bharat is doing his, and I will, Sandeep, I'll give you yours today. I'll give Roy yours today. I'll give Maria's one today. And the others, I'll try to send out assignments today as well. Okay. So that we can get everything done and dusted before we meet up on Saturday. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's
Yes.
kick off. Let's kick off. Okay. So today we are going to be talking about very simplistic concepts, but things you'll have to know, which is contracts and lots, right? Because there's a lot of deviation when it comes to terminology, right? Uh, what is contracts? What is pips? What is lots? So you'll find a lot of mention about it. So before we get into the forex space, and by forex you can also take in commodities, which is gold and silver and blah blah blah. Before we get into that and overcomplicate things, since we are only dealing with indices and stock CFDs, right, that we all know about, we will only keep it to the subject, very straightforward, okay? Which means that one contract is equivalent to $1. Five contracts is equal to
$5.
$5.
Yeah.
10 contracts is equal to,
$10.
$10.
okay, very
$10.
simple. So when I say I've taken 100 contracts on a stock, it means that,
$100.
yeah, it means I've taken 100 contracts. If you go to a forex pair, if someone will not speak about in contract terminology, someone will say, oh, it's a risk of 50 pips, 100 pips. So you'll find in Zia's emails and the messages, he'll talk in pips, right? So pips is the metric we use for forex, which we won't be talking about because there's again adding complexities. And then, I don't want a case and scenario where someone will be talking about a pips and then someone's going to be confused about what is pips. Okay. And then could be a case and scenario where he uses pips when talking about a stock, right? So whenever anybody says that, oh, have you got 50 pips or 20 pips? You would have to be outright. I don't understand what pips are. It's supposed to be contracts. So how many contracts are you talking about? Simple, right? It's like going to supermarket store and say, I want 5 inches of apples. The same thing, right? So that's contracts and lots. That's the only thing we deal about and worry about. Okay. And simplistically speaking, if I'm taking 10 contracts on Tesla and the trading price is another very important thing. So what I mean by trading price is what's the current price on the dot of the particular stock. So when I say Tesla, the trading price is $411. Okay. At a given point of time, maybe after 5 minutes, 7 minutes, okay, you can say, okay, I closed it at that current price of $415. Okay, but my trading price at that point of time was 411. It's like saying what was my starting price? We can't say opening price because opening price again would mean that, was it pre-market open? Was it at NYSE open? So again, confusion, right? So if I were to say that, okay, fine, Shilpana, what's the trading price? Okay, that you punched the ticket or you booked the trade, you would be like the price when you actually entered the trade, buy or sell. What was the price? That is the price you'll have to tell me. And then when I say
Yes.
that, okay, fine, what's the close? Okay, I closed it at the current price of 450. So I can relate to it and everybody can relate to it. Otherwise, again, confusion,
Yeah.
right?
Savio, is
Yes.
trading and like you can say trading price is the buying price and current price is the selling price?
No, because you
No,
can be buying or selling, right? You can be buying or selling.
okay.
So,
That's why
so
you use.
basic,
Okay.
yeah. So basically, it's like you're going to either Dera or Karama, but you're in Satwa. So Satwa is your starting point. And you landed up where? You landed up in Dera. Simple. So trading is the start when you booked the trade because you can either be buying or you can be either be selling, right? You do it both ways. We trade in options here, right? So we're not only buying, we are selling also. So if I say, okay, fine, what was your trading price? Okay. The time you punched a ticket, the time you pressed buy or you press sell, that's the stock price. Oh, what's your close, man? I mean, what is I closed it at the current price of, it was trading at 416, whatever. I know you got a $5 move, right? Very simple. So then your profit, if it moves from 415 to 411, it's a $4 price move, which is this minus that. Okay. And then if you're taking 10 contracts, 10 into 4 is $40. Is that difficult for
No.
anyone?
So here when we say 10 contracts means 10 stocks
No,
or
10
10
stocks will be
lots.
10 different stocks, 10 lots. Lots contracts is the same.
10
Okay.
lots.
But then how many? I mean, one lot has how much?
So one lot is
10
equivalent.
contracts.
One lot is basically, no, when I go to Tesla is at 411, right? For
Mm-hmm.
example, Shweta, okay. If I take one contract, if it goes
Hmm.
to 412, I'm in the money for $1.
So it's one move, $1 move.
Okay. So
How is it in your
one
group?
lot is one stock, you mean?
Yeah, because stocks are different, right?
Okay.
You might have Tesla, AMD, Disney,
Yes, yes.
those are stocks. So that becomes stocks. But if
All
I'm
right.
taking one item, one
Hmm.
contract, or one
Hmm.
sort of lot,
Hmm.
that means I'm taking one lot. If I take
Okay.
two lots, it's two lots. So from 410, if it moves to 405, it's a $5 move, okay, on one stock, right?
Hmm.
But if I'm taking two contracts, 5 into 2 contracts is $10,
10. Yeah. Okay.
right? Because what happens is in the forex world, people talk about pips. Now pips you cannot actually equate into stocks or indices. There is no pip
Yeah.
count in indices. So we talk about points in indices, which is
Right.
later on, but now we're only talking about stocks. So very
Okay.
simplistically, how many items of soap did you purchase? And if it's 5 soaps of, I don't know, whatever soap it is, okay, if one is priced at 5 into 1, 5.
Okay.
How many sort of contracts are you purchasing of that product? Is everybody clear about this?
So
Hendrik,
Savio, again,
Troy?
let
Yeah.
me ask you a question.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
In addition to what Shweta was asking,
Yeah.
now stocks means AMD, Tesla.
No. I'm talking about one stock. One stock.
No, correct. So when we are saying stocks, what it means is AMD, Tesla, XYZ, all.
Yes,
But when
precisely.
we're talking about contracts and lots, it means of the same stock. Like if it's
Of
10
one
contracts,
stock. Of
10
one stock.
shares of Tesla.
Of
Okay.
one
Okay.
stock. Yes.
Okay. That's why we
Right?
don't use stocks as a term. We use
Yes.
contract. If you're talking about
As a
Tesla,
metric. It's a metric.
10 metric. Okay, 10 shares of Tesla means 10 contracts or 10 lots.
Yes, precisely. So it's a metric. Okay. So you might say, oh, I've taken 50 contracts, okay, of 5 stocks. So 10 each.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've
so
taken
one
So one contract then does not need to be always one share, right? It can be 10 shares also, what you're saying.
Yeah, because हम लोग क्या करते हैं, you know, when you say share and all that, right? Again, it goes into, we are not buying shares, technically speaking. It's CFDs, right? We are not trading in shares. We are
Because
trading
we are
in.
not Americans, is like that. So outsiders are allowed to buy like this.
No.
Is it?
Now you're going to Mars now. So basically, if you see section 2, no, Sandeep, okay, we'll be talking about what we trade with in. Okay.
Okay.
So shares, none of to be able to invest in shares, you know how much of capital is required, right? Because you're picking up shares.
Okay. One share is very
Sure.
huge, right? It's a very
Yeah. So it is there in lecture 2 where I've explained what we are trading with, right? And
Right.
leverage and all. So if you see lecture 2, everything will be mentioned. So when it comes to CFDs, just to avoid this confusion and to keep it very simple, okay? If you say, for example, I picked up 10 contracts of Tesla, I know, okay, Tesla is at what? 411. And then if you say, oh, I've got a $5 move, I can do the calculation in my head. Okay, because over here we don't talk about how much money you make. We don't, no one talks about, oh, I made $10,000, I made $5,000, because it's not relatable. So how much of a move did you capture? How many contracts did you take? How many stocks did you pick up? So you can't relate to a generic figure like 5,000, 10,000, 8,000, 6,000. So here we only talk about how much of size have you picked up. Like for example, if it's 10 contracts, okay, very good, $5 move. I know how much it is. Okay. And someone would say 2 contracts or three lots, whatever, because some might use lots, which is also fine. Some might use contracts, which is also fine. But you can't use pips, because pips is a terminology meant for forex and gold and all that and commodities. So indices, you cannot use pips again. You can use contracts and lots, which is also fine. So since we are strictly only on stocks and indices, it's a very simplistic calculation. And we only use this because we have people in the Discord who trade in gold as well. So for avoidance of doubt, okay, because maybe Zia might ask you all, okay, how many pips did you all capture? So if I tell you now the move is $4, Shweta, how many pips did you capture on Tesla?
I don't know about pips.
You don't know, exactly. Perfect answer. I don't know about pips. I've not
I
learned
actually
pips.
don't know.
Yeah, right. So that's what, just to avoid this confusion, because we have guys trading in gold as well and forex pairs, we will, if it's stocks and if it's indices, we only use contracts and lots for avoidance of doubt. All clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, one very important thing, if anybody is stuck in between, okay, or like we have a rest day so as to speak tomorrow, if anybody has any doubts before we move on, please let me know. Okay, and so we can just talk about that doubt, we can get it clear and we can move on. That is absolutely imperative. It's very imperative that we actually go through those doubts. And some things might be very simplistic to me, but it might be complex to you, and it might be vice versa. Okay, for example, I still cannot buy tomatoes in KM trading. I don't know how to buy tomatoes. Okay, so it's a very complex thing for me, but for some people it's very easy. So in the same way, if something is not making sense to you, okay, uh, please let me know, cut me short, and we will talk about it and we will clear it before we move on. But I don't want to be in a scenario, especially on this on the Saturday, that we talk about something and then you would be still thinking about a few concepts. Right. So if there's anything that doesn't make sense or anything which you're not able to comprehend, just stop me over there and we will go through this again. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we move on to index and indices. Okay. Now again, and I'm putting this there because there are, we might be having more people who might be, coming from various fields, various backgrounds. So you might have someone who's part of investment banking, or someone who's part of an hedge fund in the future. Okay, so then they would be talking about all these terminologies. But my main aim is to keep it very simple, just so that I can ensure a 10-year-old child can actually trade. That is my agenda. So the language I'm using is in accordance to trading someone who really has no expertise or experience. Right. So I want to keep it very simple, straight to the facts and straight to the context so that everybody really understands it at one level. Right. So indices is nothing but a basket of stocks that are traded within a specific market sector economy. Right. Now, you would have heard about this, and you can also check it on your charts. And I would be talking about this uh, at the time where we start trading in NY Open. Okay. So whenever I talk about things like, oh, I've checked the SPY is going up, SPY is going down, and all of this, it's nothing but I'm referring to an indice. I'm referring to an index, which is containing a basket of stocks. Okay, so for example, okay, the SP 500, okay, tracks the 500 of the largest US companies. The NASDAQ, and again, in the NASDAQ, there might be confusion in terminology because some of us might use US 100, some of us might just say NAS. It's the same thing. It's the NASDAQ. US 100, if we say, it means the NASDAQ. If we say NAS, because sometimes I just use the short form NAS instead of NASDAQ, it's one and the same. Okay, that tracks 100 of the largest non-financial companies that are listed. Okay, and it's predominantly driven by the tech sector. Okay, so you have a lot of tech giants over there in the NASDAQ. I love trading the NASDAQ. One of our strategies is mainly related to the NASDAQ. So we'll learn about that in depth also. And we constantly on a daily basis look at the NASDAQ and the SPYs. Okay. I will post the ticker on Discord. Okay, is S&P 500. You can type it up, you'll get it. And the NASDAQ, everybody should know this by now, US 100. So you'll find both these charts on TradingView. Okay. And again, when it comes to broker, you might not find it as US 100. You might find it as NASDAQ 100, NAS 100, stuff like this. So if you see things like this, it's the same thing. Right? Are we clear with this, what an indice is?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like what's in a shopping bag? A number of things. Okay. If one of your bags is related to frozen stuff, okay, that's your indice, frozen indice. And another shopping bag full of chocolates is your candy indice. As simple as that. So if someone says, what are you trading with? We are trading with the NASDAQ. Okay, fine. Again, can someone give me the context? For example, if I'm telling you that in the NASDAQ or the US 100, okay, it's mainly tech related stocks that are there. what do you think would happen if a stock like Tesla makes a move higher?
Nasdaq will move.
As simple as that. Is that clear for everybody?
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
just say again. Say again,
Yeah.
Savio.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is the Nasdaq involves the most heaviest tech stocks and other non-financial companies, good performing companies. Like Apple, you'll have Nvidia, heavy stocks that drive the markets, right?
Okay.
Heavy stocks. So basically, the Nasdaq is nothing but it's a measure combining the performance of all these stocks. Now you're running every day, right, Hendrik?
Yeah.
Every day you're running. Now I don't want to understand data on a daily basis from you. I'm telling you, Hendrik, showcase one performance figure to me, outlining your performance for days.
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll say, I did strength training, I did cardio, I don't know what other things are there, man. Weightlifting. I did what else is there? What aerobics or whatever, right? And then you'll say my overall score is this. So tomorrow Hendrix doesn't do strength training, which is the integral part of your overall training score. What happens to your score?
Yeah, it comes down.
It comes down. Simple as that.
Okay.
So it's a sort of a metric that takes in account the performance of all the heavy stocks that are driving this index. Nothing but that, right? So and then you have some other indices which we don't really look at least for now, we don't look at it. Okay, so you'll have the Japanese index, you'll have the DAX, which is for Europe, we don't look at it, and you'll have the FTSE, okay, which is for UK, we don't look at it, but then it's always good to know about it, okay. And again, I'll simplify this. It's just like this, okay. What do you have here, Hendrik? What is this?
Vegetables,
This is vegetable. What is this?
fruits.
Okay. Can you guess how much does this weigh? Take a wild guess.
Maybe 10 kg.
Okay, 10 kgs. Okay. Now, out of this 10 kgs, you have taken these vegetables because they're very heavy, right?
Yeah.
If the corn and all falls down, won't 10 kgs be valued at 7 kgs or 5 kgs?
No.
It will, no, because if
Sorry.
corn is 4 kgs, now corn with your capsicum and cucumber and all that is totaling up to 10 kgs. If I remove corn out of the basket, the overall weight will reduce, no?
Oh, yes, yes.
Correct? So it's the same thing. So imagine this is your Tesla, this is your Nvidia, this is your AMD, heavy basket of names that are actually moving this basket in terms of weight, right? Heavy weights. If you remove 2 or 3 of them, the overall weight will reduce, right?
Yes.
Correct? Everybody agrees? If you
Yes.
remove 2
Yes.
heavy
Totally agree.
fruits or vegetables,
Yes.
the
Totally
overall
agree.
weight will reduce. Is that very complex for anyone to understand?
No.
No. Okay, the same way, and then if an index is coming down, that means the heavyweights are not really performing well. Hence, the heavyweights are also coming down, right? Like the corn or I don't know which vegetable is heavy now. I don't know what this is. Maybe
It's a tomato.
some tomato, okay, some big tomato, okay. That means there's something wrong with the heavyweights, right? And I'll show you an example later on also. But that means, okay, if the index is falling and is struggling, that means, okay, you can actually drill down and to understand which stocks are underperforming and not doing well and causing the index to actually stutter, right? In the same way, fruits. Now, fruits, we have watermelon and all very famous fruits. You all know all the fruits. Everybody knows all the fruits, well acquainted with all the fruits,
Yes.
right? So it's the same way you remove your watermelon out of this 20 or 30 kg basket. What's going to happen? Right?
It's going to splash down. Come down.
It'll come down, right? If you
Drop
add,
in the weight.
yeah, if you add the watermelon, it will obviously be heavier, right? So
Yes.
the
You
weight
add
will
it, it will
increase.
be heavier. Yeah.
The weight will increase. So for example, if let's say for example, SpaceX is not in
Yeah.
Nasdaq yet. Let's say SpaceX is part of this watermelon. If SpaceX is carrying majority of the weight of this basket, if the watermelon is sized at 7 kgs, it's replaced or it's shrinking and it's come down to 5 kgs. Won't that impact the overall weight?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody,
Yes.
is this very difficult to comprehend by anybody?
No.
Okay, it's the same for the index personified.
Mm.
It's nothing complex. You can actually see the Nasdaq falling, and you can go and understand which stock is actually causing it to fall. We don't have to get into that. That is not really required. That is just for argument's sake and comparison's sake. Okay, that's how you view an index. Right? Okay. Now we move on to journal. Journal is something which is how many guys have got their soft copy journals?
No, I did not get the soft copy.
Not yet, I guess.
Diary, no one has access to diaries and all.
Hmm.
No.
Have to check it out.
Okay.
Just
All
on the assignments, we are doing that and you have kept a soft copy.
no. You have to get. I think it's written in the assignment. I think journal has to be there. It's not written, then get a journal. It's very important. Okay. Soft copy. I will be giving you all the hard copy for free. Sorry. What am I saying? Oh my God. My
Yeah,
bad.
suppose it's soft
My
copy.
bad. My bad. My
Hard
bad.
copy
Vice
we have.
versa. Vice versa. Vice versa.
Okay, okay.
Everybody has their hard copies, paper
Yes.
Yes.
diaries.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely sure, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Is it empty or is it filled with something?
No, it is filled with some content.
Some
Sometimes
content.
it's filled.
Okay. As long as there's some content. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
correct. I will be giving you all the soft copy for free. Okay. And that soft copy is going to have pretty much everything that you need to have for a journal. Everything. Okay. So I'll give you all a glimpse of what it is. Where is Zoom? Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it will be something like this. Fancy or not fancy?
Very much fancy.
Yeah. So it'll be something like this. Okay. This is better than the screenshots that HSBC used to have. Right, Sandeep? Okay, anyhow. Right? So I've tried to beautify it in the best possible way I can so that all the essential metrics are there. Right? So this is your dashboard and this is your database tab. Dashboard, database. Whatever you put here automatically will be updated over here.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just have to go to data, for example, and say like, Froy is trading today. Okay, let's go to today. Froy has to do what? He has to put June. He has to put the date. Today's date is what? Today's 15th,
16th.
16.
16th, 16th. Which session Froy traded with? New York. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the strategy? We'll talk about that. Let's say it is pertaining to indices. Froy will put indices. The broker, that depends later on. Okay. Then
Mhm.
the asset class, the asset pair, which one? Is it if it's the indice, like we discussed, it's US 100. Whether you bought or sold, I bought or I sold. Okay. And the lot size, which is standard to 0.10. So the formula is there, it will all come here. And then how many points did you get? Okay, for example, if it was a winning trade, maybe you got 20 points. Okay, like Tesla was 5 points. Okay, so if you got 5, let's take Tesla since we're talking about Tesla. Okay, so this would be Tesla, very simple. You take 5 over here. you put 5 and you put win. Automatically, when you go to your dashboard and click on refresh, it will be updated. Sexy or not sexy?
Very.
Okay. So I'm gifting this to y'all, provided y'all actually promise me that you're going to duly have this updated. Silence from everybody. Yeah. So
When we start, right? When we start trading.
yeah, when you all start, but then you all will have to probably start next month. Then what?
Yeah.
Right? So everything will be measured into this. So when I say, okay, I want the weekly record, whether you all are back testing, this is what you're going to give me. Okay. So when you go to the stocks, okay, you can actually scroll down. You see this stocks and indices. You can say, I want to select stocks. I select stocks. I want to check Tesla. You can select Tesla. Everything will be there on Tesla, date wise, PNL wise. How many trades? I took 5 trades, 4 were wins, 1 was a loss. What's my win rate? Everything is automatically updated. Okay. So I'll gift it to y'all. That's not an issue, provided everybody does their due diligence and actually ensure that it's being updated duly, even when you'll have a back testing, for example. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna come to y'all. And where is the PowerPoint? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna be sending that to y'all maybe today, tomorrow. And now we'll get to understanding EMAs. Now, who knows or has traded with EMAs in the past?
I've traded.
Shweta
Yeah,
has
me too.
traded.
Yes, yes.
Shilpan has traded.
Yes. In fact, I use this only.
Ah,
9 and
perfect.
20.
Very good. Okay, chal. Shilpan, explain.
So EMAs are actually exponential moving average. So it takes 9, and SMA is a simple moving average. So it takes last trading days of 9 and takes the average of that. So this is my understanding actually.
Very
And
good,
when
Vanto. Then
9 and 21, so whenever 9 is on top and 21 is below, it is always green, it goes on top. And when 21 is on top and 9 is down, it is always in the selling mode, selling momentum, bearish moment. This
very
is
good.
how.
Fantastic. Can we have a round of applause for Shilpana, please?
Thank you.
Oh, only I'm clapping, man. What the hell? Hendrix, make some noise.
I did.
Okay, I couldn't hear any claps. Okay, did everybody
Okay.
understand?
Louder.
But this is a really very good indicator because whenever I've traded over here, it was really good. It really
Yeah.
acts. It's really good.
Exactly. Did everybody understand? I have
Yes.
to call
But
names.
this
Yes, but tell me. Yes.
Maybe
no this color what we have put for this EMA on that is that white color thing, right?
No, this is design, man, Hendrix. This is my design I got from.
No. I'm talking about in our when
No,
we set up.
no. The white color. Yeah, it can be white. It can be because everybody has chosen different colors. The VWAP is blue, but for EMAs, I don't think everybody is using white. Some people are using different colors for EMAs.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
but
I'm trying to only ask that this EMA and then there's SMA, right? So now we are only looking at EMA.
that I'll clarify as well. Okay, that is over here. We'll have to change some settings as well. Okay, that I
Okay.
put over here in the next slide. Okay, so we
Okay.
have to change. We have to change this. Okay, so before getting, I'll try to explain what Shilpana said, which is precisely correct, right? So without getting into the calculations of the EMA, because to be honest, I failed in I don't remember the calculation in mathematics, nor can I do anything manually with calculations. I mean, my kids do it, yes, but we don't have to do it. Okay. We don't have to get into the calculation, but just for context, I'm going to give you a brief about what it is, and it's exactly what Shilpana said. So very keeping it very simple. Okay. We all know that we have time frames, right? Like daily time frame, 5 minutes time frame, 1 minute time frame. Everything is based on time frame. So if you look at the daily, you will have on a day, say you're looking at a stock, okay, and that stock is ABC. ABC on the first day, it was at $200. Second day it went to $210. Third day it went to 250. Fourth it went to 200. And then fifth day it went to 150. Okay. Just like Shilpana said, if I take the range for the 5 days, my average is everything divided by 5. Is everybody okay with that calculation, or is that very complex?
Yes, this is okay.
Very simple. Okay. Same way, if you drill down to 5 minutes, okay, in that one day, which is here, this is the one day we are talking about, right? In this one day, maybe at 12 o'clock, 5 minute candle was 200, then it went to 203. So you might have 5 candles. If I say that what's my average for 5 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this total divide by 5. Very simple. Is that difficult? No, right? Average.
Yeah.
Very simple. Same way, you have 1 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, as we discussed, constitutes to one 5-minute candle. So in the same way, within this, maybe you would be having 1 minute, the price going to 200, then the next minute 200 again remains. Third minute 201, fourth minute 202, fifth minute 203. The average of this would be something. All clear? Is everybody
Yes.
clear? Troy, you're clear?
Good. Yeah, good.
Very simple. Okay. Now, let's oversimplify this. First of all, everybody should have these settings on their EMA chart. That indicator we used, MA ribbon, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Everybody should, it might be SMA, you have to change this to EMA.
Yeah.
Okay, EMA, close, 920. Okay. You have to apply these settings on that indicator we used. Okay, I didn't bother about it because I've not spoken about EMA, so I thought when I speak about it, I'll mention it. So change these settings to be aligned to EMA. Okay. So very simple, Hendrik. So it's basically you have this metric, say these are, I've chosen specially this topic based on your preference. See a half marathon pace chart because Hendrik keeps on running from day to night. Okay. So basically, Hendrik, if I'm saying very simplistically, man, give me the 9 EMA, Hendrix, from the time you started. Say this is day 1. This is the first day. This is your first day. Hendrik, give me your 9 EMA. It means what? Average of 9 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will take this, divide by 9, and you will get your answer. Simple?
Yes.
Okay. Same way, Froy, if I say, okay, how many kilometers are you driven? Okay, or you've cycled or whatever. First day this, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day, eighth day, 9, blah, 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 9. The same divide by 9.
Right by 9.
That's it. Carlton, all fine? Oh, Carlton is there. Carlton, all fine?
All good, bro. All good.
Okay. That's the same. 920. Nothing more complicated. Okay. Let's oversimplify it now, even more. Okay. We'll go to this Excel sheet. Okay. Where I'll be talking about what you'll actually do. Okay. Now, Carlton actually has a real estate company. Actually. Okay. Now, you all don't know about it, but these are facts, basically. Okay. So he's kind of learning trading as another skill, right, Carlton? Okay. So these are his figures. These are his earnings in dollars. Okay. All of these are dollars. That's a metric, right? So, Carlton.
Yep.
You've been making good money, man. I've been noticing that. These were last year figures. These were last year figures, very impressive figures. Okay. So let's look at Carton's real estate company, right? So you can see the Excel, right, Carton?
Yes.
Okay. So now these were his figures, right? Jan
Hmm.
20K, Feb 25K, March 30K, April 25K, May 20K, June 20K, and then July was 20K. I mean, sorry, June 18K, July was 20K again. Okay. Now, Carton has been wanting to massively expand, right? Carton, you told me, right? Last year you wanted to expand. And so we wanted to
Yes.
get another office. Okay. Now, the thought was over here, Jan, Feb, he was making so much of money. He said, man, I'm going to just get another office. Okay. Get in more sales team, more sales stuff. Then March, April, and May, he stopped. He said, hold on, I've got a bit of a dip. Let's see how things go. Okay. And in June, he had less sales. And then he said, man, I have to really rethink about the strategy of getting a new office. In July, his sales were $20,000. Right? Carlton, what do you think at that point of time would be your thought process for August?
I'll wait for some time.
Yeah. But would you be in better hope and anticipation that since you had a better month as opposed to June,
Yes. Yes.
you
Yes.
might potentially be going towards scaling up and the profits would be increasing because maybe the industry is performing well? Would you say that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You've not seen the future. Would you anticipate that because the industry is now performing well? Okay. Maybe June, a lot of people left the country. It's summer vacation, maybe. Now things are moving up. Everybody's back in Dubai. There's more interest, there's more appetite. Would you say that, okay, fine, August may seem good
Yes.
to revisit things? Okay. So can you also say that if
Yes.
you had to put
That's
this
how
on
the
a,
market.
sorry?
That's your real marketing my real estate. So why not?
Yeah,
Things will
exactly. Right?
Mm.
Yeah. So can you say that if you had to avoid all this, if you had to not have this piece of information, and if I had to paint a picture to you, can you say hypothetically that this line would give an indication of how well you fared from the start of the year till we get into August? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 So can you say that, okay, fine, I was optimistic at this point of time,
Mm.
then profits started slowing down, had a bit of a dent, okay, and then it went down, okay, market conditions were different, blah, 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 whatever. And then I got some enthusiasm back in the market in terms of profitability.
Mm.
And now I guess that August is more optimistic for me to actually exercise that plan of my office, an extension to my office. Can we say that hypothetically?
Yes.
Okay. In the same way, I don't know what is Shilpana doing in UAE, but she's got resorts back home in India. Okay. She's conveniently not put a name, so it's called Shilpi Resorts. It's there on Agoda. You all should all check it out. Okay. She'll give you a subsidized rate, right, Shilpana?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. So she's got a resorts in India. 5-6 resorts. Okay. So
Great.
please check with her if in case you all are planning your next vacation. She's promised to give it to me for free whenever I go and stay.
Of
Okay, but
course.
I don't know about you all. I don't know about you all, but at least you all can get 40% off. All right. So try your luck. Okay. So Shilpana,
Okay.
now she's been wanting to install a swimming pool for a long time, right? Shilpana, you told me that day.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So these were her sales figures last year.
Yep.
Okay. 20K, and she was doing good. February was good because it's a bit cold and all that in some places. Okay. March was superb. Some holidays and all were there. Okay. April, there was a big dent. Okay. Decrease in the number of tourists. Okay.
Yep.
So from her 50K of a profit
March to
value in
April,
March, it came down to 15. And then it slumped down to May, probably exams and all that. And then it was slowly picking up in June. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and in July, it actually picked up to 15,000. So, Shilpana, can you safely say hypothetically that at this point of time, it would have stopped you to exercise your swimming pool plan because
Right. Yeah.
profitability was low? Yeah.
Yeah.
But then July gave you some hope and anticipation
Right.
that and enthusiasm that okay, maybe business would pick up,
Pick up
domestic
again.
travelers would come in, and then August would be bright.
Yep.
Yeah. So if we omit all of this, can you safely say that okay, fine. If I had to not have this piece of information, can I say that this curve is simplistically telling me that we were really doing well till March,
Yeah.
exceedingly
Yeah.
well. So I
Yeah.
had the idea of installing a swimming pool, correct?
Yeah. Because,
Right?
yeah. Because, yeah. It reached to 50K. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is like me being the lawyer and you being on the
Yeah. The
Katkadi.
court. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So then is it also safe to say that after that
There
in
was a
April
dip.
you had a change in heart saying that you know what, I don't
Yeah.
want to
There was
install a swimming pool now because profits are less, right?
yes.
Okay.
Right.
And is it safe to also say that in July there was some anticipation kicking back in that
Yep.
August would be a better month because maybe holidays or monsoons are coming in?
Yeah.
So if we
However,
look, yeah, and if we look at the charts, can we safely say that you had interest here, you
yeah.
didn't have interest here, okay,
Yeah.
and then there's some interest over here, but you're not sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay. Now I came to know that Hendrik has a clothing store. It's actually there. Now, Hendrik, is it true that you travel to Europe a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not told. I came to know about this that he has a store in Europe. Okay. So if anybody wants some fancy shirts and some nice colorful shirts he manufactures, it's there. His website is there on Google also. You can check it out. Okay, which is why he travels to Europe quite often. So if you see Hendrix on Saturday, he's going to be wearing this fluorescent orange shirt and coming. So that's from his store, it's from his boutique. If anybody wants some fine designing clothwear, Hendrix is the guy you have to get to.
You
All
got
right.
one already.
Yeah, but all the stuff I'm getting from you is free, huh, Hendrik, by the way. Okay. Yeah, so that's our deal. So Hendrik told me about his stats last year. Okay, and his plans. So he was doing pretty well, in fact, right? So in Jan kicked off with 45K, and then in Feb it went to 50K. In March it went to 60K. In April, so he was just making money all the way till June, right? And then he wanted to get into the deer wool or the deer skin sort of niche market, right? So that was his implementation, yeah, because you need approvals and stuff like that. But in July, okay, everything slumped to 22K, right? So simplistically, Henrik, can you say that, for argument's sake, that it was part of plan that I would be willing to invest in paperwork and so on and so forth, production in deerskin from Jan all the way till June, but I had to stop and think about it in July if I didn't
Yeah.
have this data, looking at this, because you had
Yes.
upward trajectory. Okay, so
Yes.
interest because you're making more money, you want to expand, right? Otherwise, why would you want to venture into something else? You're making more money, you want to expand, and then profits are really, really doing well. You've doubled your profits in terms of Jan. Okay, now you're going full throttle with this plan of yours. Yeah?
Yes.
Can you agree to that? Now in July,
Yes.
when you saw this slump, you're like, hold on, what's happening? There's something wrong.
Yeah.
So that plan of mine is on hold. Can you safely say that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So in August, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Right? So would you think about implementing that because it's coming at a big cost? No, you're not because you're losing money. Yeah, your profits are less. You have staff to
Correct.
pay, you have bills to pay. You're living in Dubai. Your business is in Europe, so you have a lot of bills to pay, right?
Correct.
So can we all kind of put it into consideration that EMAs, whether it's 9 or 20, whatever, it can be 2, 3. So if it's 2, you take the average of 2 months. If it's 9, average of 9 months. So based in terms of the months that we were looking at, can we say that the first 9 months were very good? But can we see a dip in that curve in the next 9 months?
Yeah.
We can, because it's coming down, right? Sales are coming down. So can we say that if a stock price is moving up for 9 days or for 9 minutes, the curve is going to be up? Is that very difficult to comprehend?
No, it's not at all. Yeah, because
Right? Can everybody not understand this?
average of 9.
Right? So, leaving out the calculation, and I want everybody to be vocal. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Right? So this is a very important space we're getting into. Yeah, because from here we'll be kicking off with the understanding of the indicators before we get into the chart. So if everybody and anybody doesn't understand, I want you to say, express yourself. I want you to be vocal about it. No, I don't understand. Can we go through this again? Okay. So is everybody clear on the fact that if we have done well in the first 9 months, our curve is going to be up?
Yes.
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 Yeah. That's simple as that, right?
Mm.
If you have a fitness tracker, if you're running, in increments and it's on the increase, your curve is up. If you stop
Right.
Saturday, Sunday, your curve is down,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So it's the same thing. It's as simple as that. Nothing rocket science, because rocket science is rocket science, right? So can we all agree that the indicator gives us an indication of the future?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we also say that it assists in decision making to a certain extent?
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we also agree to to the fact that it can possibly predict future price movements?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And can it be a good pivot for us to depend on to a
Yes.
certain extent? Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
To a certain extent, yes.
To a certain extent, can we also base analysis to a certain degree? Yes.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that's what we're using, right? And before we get into actual things like order flow, right, which is the cream of the crop. So simplistically, like what Shilpana said, can we say that the 9 EMA is a shorter period than the 20? Is 9 smaller than 20? Can we all agree? 9
Yeah.
smaller than
Yes.
20? Yeah.
Yes.
Can we say that if 9 passes the 20 line, it is showing us that currently in this current period, which is less than 20, there is some good buying that has happened, or there's some good selling that has happened because it's crossing the
Mhm.
20, right? Can we say in the same way that in this past 9 days, the curve for Hendrik when he's running is much more because he's got more miles under his belt considering the overall 20? Yes, because in the 9 days, if he's run way more than the last overall 20 days, that's going to reflect if you select 9, right? If you select 20, 20 will reflect. If you select 9 over 20, it will show that he's really been aggressive in his running because of the past 9 days. Fair
Yeah.
enough? As simple as that,
Yes.
right? So if Hendrik doesn't have any data, he would be able to understand it from that graph, right?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Simple as anything which is there on planet Earth. Are we all clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do we all
Yes.
agree with this, right? So can we safely say that it gives you some sense of direction to
Mm.
enhance our technical abilities, and could we use it as confluence?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, right? So we can use it as a measure to gauge what can price get to next. Okay. So it's a good thing we finished all the content, which is also very good. Do we have any questions before we get into the charts?
No.
Is everybody clear about this?
Yeah, I think so. The chart will make it a little more clear.
Yes. Okay. Oh man, I should have taken this trade.
Is that
Yeah.
gold?
By the
Yeah,
way,
it can sell.
I
It can
I've been
sell.
I've been I've been trading less and making more presentations this week.
Mhm.
Yeah, you've done very good presentation. Hai. Very
Yeah,
good.
because I'm not
If
trading.
PhD
I've
inspectors
not
come,
been.
you get an outstanding.
I'll
I
I,
tell you.
I'll have to borrow money from you all now. I've not been actually trading at all. I'm only making presentations, making presentations,
No,
making
it is really good. No, because you got all the elements of an outstanding lesson.
Yeah, exactly. But it's okay. I thought I'll give it my best this week because I've mainly, achieved quite a lot in the first 10 days. So I was like, okay, fine. It's all right. Yeah. So it's also important that you all understand how much of it that I'm
Because you
actually
really
compromising.
put your soul in it. I can see that.
Yeah, yeah.
All the
So
examples, real life example involving the student, brilliant.
yeah, yeah. So
Can't you
so so
still take this trade?
no,
I
I
think
will. Why will I take your? What is this? Shweta, why?
Eight
How
the
will
dollars.
you take a
silence is
trade?
coming back.
So
The
I would have
silence
taken
is
a trade from you. I marked this, but then just didn't book it,
it is
right?
reverse. There's a
Yeah,
retracement. Now. It's coming back.
yeah. But on the flip side of things, if you look at our funded account, uh,
Now it's back.
it's yeah. I had a win. I got 103 pips yesterday, and yeah, we are back in the greens. Okay, after that
Hmm.
stupidity of mine, that mistake that I did, which is on me. We're back in the green. So we closed at around 100 pips. Today I would have taken this 70 pips and waited, but it is what it is. But we're back in the greens. We are up. So that is good on the funded account. And I'll talk about the funded account also as we go on. Okay, but we'll just look at
Mhm.
what we've been explaining and talking about. Okay. So it's as simple as that. In the chart, if you look at this,
Oh,
if you see the candle body close over
yeah.
the two
Indecision.
EMAs, which is their 9 and 20, okay,
Hmm.
it simplistically
Yeah.
means that the
It's
direction
on.
is to buy.
Yes.
Is that clear or difficult to understand with
Sorry,
everybody?
can you say again?
We learn candles, no, Henrik?
Yes,
So this has opened from here and closed over here because upward, correct? Like what we learned.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
So now this has closed up over here
correct.
over the two lines, which is your EMAs.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
So can you find some promise in the candle and the price to go up because of this?
correct. Yes,
Because now it's potentially telling me that Hendricks on average has been running 100 meters, but in the last 9 days he's clicking 120 meters. So what I'll think, he's gonna make it from to 150 or no?
yeah,
I'll think yes, because he's got momentum, right?
correct. Yes,
Correct. Your average in a cricket game, for example, if the overall average strike rate is 100 and your current average in 9 innings is 200, don't you think that we are anticipating for Suryavanshi to maintain that average and score quicker runs?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hendrik, I don't know
yeah.
if you watch cricket, man. For all you watch cricket, right?
No, no, I know that player, but yeah, I get
But
it.
I know the game.
Ah, yeah. But you're understanding what I'm saying, no? With strike rate.
Yes,
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 yes.
Same way. So can we say that this candle, if he's Suryavanshi, can you say he has form or no?
yeah, yeah,
He
Yeah.
has
yeah,
form,
Yes.
right? So can you anticipate that if Virat Kohli, for example, is scored 300s, but he's been making overall an average maybe 5 ducks and his average is 45 runs. And for the past 9 games, he's hitting 50s constantly on average. Can we say that maybe his 100 is
Joel
due?
muted.
Who's muted? I'm muted?
No,
No,
no.
no.
Savio cannot hear you, man.
No, man. I can hear you. You cannot hear me, I think. Check.
Now it's okay.
Now it's fine. Okay. So can we say if in the last 50 innings, Virat Kohli's average is 35 runs, but in the last innings, he's ticked on 50, 75, 65, 75, 85. Can we say that maybe his century is due or no?
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes, because he's got momentum, right?
He's
He's
in form.
scoring rapid runs. Exactly. So this candle is in form. This stock is in form. right? So can we
Yes.
say if the stock is settled over the EMAs, it's in form to rally,
Yes.
Mm.
right? We all agree. And vice versa, if Virat Kohli has started his career with maybe 5 centuries for 10 consecutive games, and on the last 9 games, he's got 5 ducks and 335. Can we say that his form has dipped?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the
Yes.
same thing. It's the same thing. Nothing else different. Okay. So if we look at Palantir and if we say now, if this was Virat Kohli, can I say that his form was good? And now, can I say that his form is dipped?
Mm.
Absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
Neymar was on a roll at some point of time. Look at the Spain game yesterday. Live, Henrik, I have to still watch it. Can you imagine? I don't know how this guy played. Yamal played, but maybe he's on a roll with Barca, right? He was on a roll with Barca, and maybe when it comes to the Spanish team, he dips. So what you'll say,
Yeah.
oh man, his performance in the World Cup is not good, but his performance in the Champions League was good, right or wrong?
Yes.
Same way, the performance of this stock, which is Palantir, was very good. But the
Mm.
moment it went under, it's safe to say that you know what, we don't think it's performing really well now, and then maybe we could short sell, right? Is that clear to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll try to wrap it up in 10 minutes because I have to go for my haircut. Okay. So we will take AMD, for example. Okay. Now we are not looking at anything. We'll go to a date. We are not looking at anything. I cannot see anything. Okay. Now we'll go to the date, which is open, NYSE open. Okay. So we'll go here. So Troy, what would you say for this? Do you say the the price is in form, the stock is in form, or no?
Yes, what I see, the stock is in form. It is going in form. Yeah.
Yes. Henrik, is the stock in form? You agree? Henrik, you're on mute or what? You're on mute, Henrik, you're on mute.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
The small one or the big?
This one, because this is over the EMAs, no?
Yes. Yes.
So it's in
yeah. It's
form.
in form.
Yeah. Anything over the EMAs, these two lines, is in form. Right? Now let's see.
Yeah.
Market open. Now what do you see? Ignore this.
Mm.
Ignore this. It comes down.
Down.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you say that the form has dipped?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Simple, because it's come down now below the EMAs. Okay. So like that, if we move again, you'll see that, you know, it's continuing to perform badly. Second candle is bad. Okay. Let's just wait because it's still in between these EMAs. It's not cleared it. It's still over there. Okay. So let us just move on and see what happens. Oh, fantastic. Form seems to come back again. Okay. So now, can we make a bit of a story and say that, you know what, his form is back up. Overall, his form was good. Okay. Let's wait for one more candle to see how his form is going if it's over the EMAs. Okay.
Mm.
I think this is over the EMAs. He's maintained his form over the EMAs. Okay. So can we say that probably his form will continue? Yes or wrong? Right or wrong?
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We can
Because
make a bet.
he's maintained it over the EMAs, right? Okay. He started badly. Now he's up and he's still
Mm.
consolidating. You know, it's a T20 game, but then in 3 overs he's consolidating. Okay. Can we take a bet? Yeah, we can take a risk. It's just one. Boom. See that? That is
Mm.
class.
Mm.
Performance is temporary, but class is
Permanent.
permanent. That is the class I have.
Mm.
Now I'm not looking at anything. I don't even have order flow. I don't even have VWAP. I can close my eyes and trade.
Yeah.
That is class, right? Which I'm bringing to the table. Okay. So I've explained it in the most simplified manner as possible. If you want to think of it as performance and, you know, of the particular candle, you talk about performance. If you want to look at it in the fact that, okay, fine, it's got momentum, you use momentum. This is momentum. If it's in your understanding that, okay, fine, this means that this candle is if you want to call this candle Mickey Mouse, call this candle Mickey Mouse. It doesn't matter. No right and wrong, as long as you're able to make money. Okay. Do whatever you have to do. When the candle is over here, there's momentum. Okay. He's performing. The candle is performing. Okay. If he's coming close, he's still performing, but we wouldn't be entering here. We enter right in the beginning, but for argument's sake, for the sake of the context and the content, okay, as long as this is over the EMAs, the stock is performing well. Where you enter is what we're going to learn, but this clearly shows that the stock is performing well the moment it's over. And let's see, generally AMD was trending, but in a case and scenario where it's down, the EMAs, okay, it's in between. It's not clearly down, right? It's not clearly broken. Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't need edges. We need clear shots. So for example, if this is cleared, we wait for the next one. And if this is clear, okay, we can say fine, it's clear. To be sure that okay, fine, we can consider a buy or a sell. Okay. So in the same way, and it maintains its position all throughout the EMA. Yeah. And it hits. So if you have to even take a trade from here, although this is not our strategy, again, this is just for the sake of explanation in terms of understanding how to read the EMAs only. Okay. Even if you had to take this for argument's sake, you would have still made money around $6. That is it. Was this very complicated?
No.
No.
That's all you have to do in terms of this indicator. Was that difficult, Carlton?
No.
That's it. Which candle has form? Which candle doesn't have form? Finish. So you don't need any background. You don't need finance degree and degree and all that. That is not required. You just need what?
EMA.
Common sense.
What?
Common sense.
Common sense.
Yeah, common sense is there. That is on top. Everybody has to write common sense and can get. Common sense is that, but then you just need skill. You just need the skill.
Skill.
Right?
Yeah, I need the skill.
Plumbers have skill, carpenters have skill, and all. This is skill through observation.
Savi, I wanted to ask something.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens like, this one blue is a very strong candle,
You
one
annotate.
big
You
candle.
annotate, please. Which
Oh,
one?
okay. 1 second. I will just tell you. This one, right? You can see?
No, I can't find your annotation.
Okay. 1 second. Oh, this one.
Yes. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. One more thing. If anybody wants to show me stuff, just annotate. Go ahead and annotate, and then so that everybody can see. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So what happens is we see, okay, this is a strong candle and, this is above the rest of the small candles we can enter. But sometimes it doesn't go ahead. Like whatever was supposed to happen happens in that single candle and the momentum is gone,
Yeah. That's why will be not using this. We'll be using 2 or more other things. One is the VWAP and one is the order. The order flow is the mother of all strategies. That's what the banks use and the institutions use.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So not everybody can predict moves like this. Like for example, yesterday when we said that, okay, fine, we're looking at it, it can go to 196-200 level. It touched 196-200 levels. When we said as of this movement, okay, it's going to go to 180 level, as you see over here, 180 level. Okay, it actually touched 180 over here. It touched 180.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you all will learn in the future. So you'll have
Okay.
to mix up everything. Price
Mm-hmm.
action, EMAs, the VWAP, and the order flow.
All
Then
right.
make concise decision and then get into the trade. If I don't have these things, can I make money or not? Now in front of you all, I put the PNL and it hit my targets, 120 pips. I have not actually booked it. It's fine. I've had the presentation. It is okay. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking at it. But I'm able to understand where price might potentially go. I am not having any indicators on.
Mm-hmm. True.
So
So,
that's what it is.
yeah. So to sum it
Right?
up, when the candles are above the EMA, that time it's
It's a
going to be a
potential buy. It's
buy.
in form.
And
It's in form. Like Freud says, it's in form. So if Freud says this candle is in form, we know what Freud means. Tomorrow,
right,
Hendrik might say this is a buy. We know what it means.
right. And when it is below, it is sell.
It is sell or it is lost steam. If you want to say it is out of form, you say out of form. It's struggling. If someone wants to say, you can say it's struggling. Whatever makes sense to you, you say.
Mm.
Right.
Okay.
Whatever you're able to understand, you can put that in context and kind of try to clarify what you're trying to say. That is fine, right?
Right.
Yes.
So is everybody okay with EMAs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's very simplistic. I don't think anybody in the world would have been able to explain it in the manner I have explained.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not rocket science, like I said. Trading is definitely not rocket science. I fail to understand why people cannot make a fortune when there are so many people making fortunes on trading. Right? Just take some discipline and some hard work in the beginning, but once you all get to that space, you become Kohli, and then Kohli is Kohli. That's it. End of story. Right? It doesn't matter. You can have 2 bad days, but you're rest assured that he will deliver at some point of time. Right? That's it. Right? So now
Yeah.
this is
Savia,
one
one
of
question. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. When the candle is, it shouldn't even touch the line, right? It shouldn't touch the
Yeah.
EMS at all.
Yeah. So basically later on you will understand how I take my trades.
Okay.
Right?
So if it shouldn't
So
touch, if it
for
touches
now,
the EMA, then
so
yeah.
for now, in terms of the exercises, you all have to do one simple thing. Okay.
Okay.
Because like if you say, it is touching and then Freud says it is not touching and someone says it is in between, that will be confusion. Okay. So
Okay.
for starters, if a candle, if a candle for starters, because later on we'll go into advanced level. Okay. But for the sake of everybody's understanding, very simplistically, if the candle is over the 2 lines, close, body close, because this is open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is open. This is
Yeah.
close as per what we've seen in
Yeah.
the candlestick session, remember?
Yeah.
Right? This is open, this is close. As long as the closing of the bullish candle or the informed candle is over these 2 lines, your indication is to buy. Full stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If the selling candle is down, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the closing price, which is down, no,
Mm-hmm.
closing
Yes.
price, no, is below the EMAs, your indication is to sell. Khalas.
Okay.
Later
Okay.
on, once I teach you all about how to get into intricacies and all, then you'll understand how I take the trades, right? But I
Okay.
cannot tell you how I take the trades right now because you will not be able to do it,
Right.
right? So at the same way, for now, okay, I want all of you all to do this exercise on 10 stocks,
Okay.
buy and sell.
Okay.
Mm.
instances, buy and sell 10
Okay.
stocks. You can take any stock, okay? And whatever it is, buy and sell, put PNL. This would be my TP, put PNL. That's it. See how well this is the beauty of trading. This is passion and this is art, right? It hit exactly my TP and it went back.
Mm.
Right.
This is art for me. It is not trading. I least bothered about the money. Okay, the money is going to be there. It's part and parcel of this, right? But it's the art that goes along with it. And if you're able to make ample amount of money with the art, you don't need to do anything apart from just chilling and going for haircuts whenever you want to. That's it, right? So that's what I want to portray to you. That is not really as daunting as it seems or it's put out there. You just have to do a little bit of hard work in the beginning, be disciplined, ask questions if you're not able to comprehend, if you're not able to understand, get things sorted out. And eventually it is going to be a process where you just get in, get out, and just follow it day in and day out. Right? So 10 tickers, uh, 10 tickers, or buy positions, buy side entries, sell side entries, whenever the EMA is, you have to make those changes in your indicators as well. Okay, like I said, you know, this indicator, this, the MA ribbon, it has to be EMAs. So
Yes,
if you
yes.
go to indicator, you have to change this to 920. And yeah, tomorrow is the day off. Okay. So ensure that all these things are done and dusted with, and then day after tomorrow we'll dig in a bit into VWAP, and we'll try to use the VWAP along with this to explain and simplify things. And then the homework on Tuesday, when is it? Thursday. And the homework on Thursday will be taking the VWAP and this EMAs into account.
Mhm.
All right?
Yeah. Savio,
Yeah.
for that, the case study you mentioned, you're doing weekly, right? So I was trying to do weekly. It is quite a bit. So I think monthly would be better.
Which is
Because
that
it is
weekly?
like the ticker is Apple.
Mm.
When you go back
No.
and you do the,
So
so
what I wanted
month,
to do you is only one go in Apple. You don't have to do it every week.
yeah. So if monthly, because it comes monthly is better,
Not
because
monthly also. Even monthly, whatever. Even monthly, yearly, whatever you want to do, you do.
okay.
So I'm not trying to gauge, how well you can kind of do it from a time frame synchronization perspective. I'm just trying to understand. You show me anything, whether it's monthly, daily, or weekly also. Show me a
How it
snapshot.
is,
Just
how it
just
is
three, four
progressed,
events.
or how the
Three, four.
progression.
Yeah, 3, 4 events. That's it. Not
Okay.
more
How
than
it
that.
is progressed, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
4 events. Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
4 events. So
Major
three.
4 events.
Yeah.
Like
So
during COVID, and then we had this
yeah, exactly. So if I'm looking
dot-com
at
bubble, and
yeah,
now we have recently the war. So we could have just
yeah,
take this 4 major
yeah.
events. Even
All
that
that.
crash in 2008, probably
Yeah,
that also.
yeah. All that crash and wash and all that. That all you take. So for example, if I'm looking at this, okay, I'm only
Yeah.
interested at where is this tool? I'm only generally what catches my eye is 1, 2,
Okay.
and the rally.
Mhm.
This is what
Yeah.
I'm bothered about. All this is all noise,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Now in this, I will say, okay, how would you have traded this?
Okay.
Okay. So now
At that.
you can be like, ah, okay, you know what? If I'm using the MAs, I think I could have entered when I use this breaking tool. Like what is when I would have I would have drawn a trend line here.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have seen it's over the EMAs. That's my cue to take in an entry. I would have looked at the news. So you talk about the news at that time, you search like, this date, 13th
Yeah.
of Feb 2023. Was there some good news? I would have taken some good news. Then I would have taken a position from here. And then I would have maybe kept my stop loss targeting for this high. I'm making a storyline.
Yeah.
You got it. Same way. Don't go every day, every week and all. Just 3, 4 examples. Finish. Short and sweet. Like here. Okay,
No,
this
I totally understand. Yeah, how it goes.
yeah,
How
yeah.
yeah,
Very
I
simple. This
understand.
rallied. Put this over here. Okay, it's over the EMAs. What happened
Yeah.
on the 19th of November 2012? Okay,
Yeah.
when Facebook introduced, there was a beat in the market. It was getting more famous. Okay, a lot of people were talking about it. Subscriptions were increasing. That
Yeah.
simple. 3, 4 events, bus, end of story.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfect.
Very simple.
Okay.
Javed,
All right?
this case study you have given to everyone, or
No, you have not given. I'll be giving you today.
okay.
Okay, so tomorrow we have a day off. Okay, so because the EMAs is a matter of 5 minutes, I think it's very simple, right?
Yes.
So after this, I will give everybody because Froy I have to give. I have to give Maria as well. I have to give Lindia as well. So I will
I'll
send
tell you.
all. Yeah, I will send all the case studies today so that at least you'll have some time till Friday to submit it across, and then we'll talk about it. And yeah, don't forget what's on Grass, the mouse pad. Okay. Uh, and yeah, make sure all the boxes are ticked. You'll have 4 days. I'm trying my best to make it even more better in terms of the event by getting stuff done. Like I told you, I'm hardly trading. I'm literally not trading at all. I'm just working for the event and for y'all. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. But the only way to compensate my losses is for you to give in your 100% efforts or
Yes.
more.
Sure.
Otherwise,
Yes.
losing money for me is an utter waste of time. That's opportunity cost as opposed to gain.
Yeah.
Yes. But Savio, really enjoying your sessions, must say.
Yeah,
I look forward. I look forward.
I'm glad y'all are. So
Yeah, it's like
that's
very interesting. I look forward for the classes and like what
yeah,
new you're going to
yeah,
learn today.
exactly.
And your
That's what
PPTs are amazing.
yeah, thanks. That's what I try to do because otherwise it's gonna be a lot of people
But
overcomplicate things. Like,
it
but it's
takes
not
lot
about overcomplication.
it takes a
You
lot
know,
of time to have that flow of teaching and how to what examples you take and how you connect with the student. It's
Yeah.
really
And
great.
how you told the Shilpna has resorts in India. We never knew it.
Yeah,
I
that's what
never
that's
knew
called
it.
real. Yeah, that's
yeah,
real
that is
life
class.
feeling.
That is class.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, it's
Javed,
fantastic.
don't mind. I have got to
No.
leave.
No. Even I have to leave, man. I have to go for Shoaib is waiting for me for the haircut and massage.
Yeah, bye
Okay.
bye. Take care.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Chal,
Question,
so
Savio.
don't forget.
One
Yeah, tell
question.
me.
Why do we choose 9 and 20? Why not any other numbers
Okay, good
for the
question.
EMA?
Now I will change the numbers to which number you want to take.
No, because initially there was some other number. Then you told to change it from and make it 9 and 20, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Why
So
9
let's
and
let's
20?
let's take a number. Which number you want to take?
I'll leave it up to you, Savio. You choose.
No, I want to know which number you want to take.
Okay, 12 and 24.
Okay. So you can see this now. You can see the chart, right?
Yeah.
I'm making this 12 and 24 now, okay? And you tell me what you see. I'm changing this to 12 and I'm changing this to 24. Now you tell me what you see. You see a gap? You see a big gap?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. Now, generally, the gap between the EMAs and the candles have to be well aligned, close
Okay.
together. If you're on the 1 minute chart, that means you have to be short-sighted and not long-sighted,
Okay.
which means if I was in the daily chart, cannot use 12 and 24. I might have to use only 200 because it's many candles, it's far-fetched,
Okay.
which means if I have a dip under this, I can buy it. It makes sense. If I have 12 and 24. That means it'll keep on dipping. If I buy, it'll keep on dipping. You got
Yes,
it?
yes.
The data set for a longer time frame is applicable to a longer EMA number.
Okay.
The data set for a shorter time frame, which is 1 minute, okay, you generally have to use a shorter EMA. So
But
that
then why 9, Savi? You can't go lesser than that.
no, then it
Or you
becomes no, because if
can
you go lesser than that, it creates a lot of noise. It'll
Okay,
show
so you're
it'll show everywhere. So this is just in the middle,
okay, okay.
So for example, but it is a good question, Ketan. So that that's another Kit Kat. That is a good question. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
really great. It's good.
yeah. You see 2, you say Ketan, I'm changing it to 2. Okay.
Hmm.
Now where's the line? See,
Hmm.
you got it. I've changed this to
Yeah.
2. I've changed this to 1. Where's the line?
So do you get the average of 1? So
So there's no point. 1 at all is no point. So if you take 2, again no point,
Hmm.
right? If you take 3, okay, but how much of data am I getting with 3? See, you can't take a trade.
Hmm. Hmm.
So your sweet spot after years of looking at this stuff is 9.
Hmm. Okay.
That's why. But it's a very good question.
yeah,
I want you
it
to
is
ask
very,
more such questions, Carlton.
it's a very good question.
Savio,
Yes. Now Froy also got
Savio, so
a
this,
little Josh because Carlton up. Yes, go on, Froy.
so this number that you have come across between 9 and 20, it is your personal preference after all this experience that you came
Yes.
across, or it's like
Yes. And a lot
which is
of traders use 9 and 20. A lot of very
okay,
successful and experienced traders also use 9 and 20.
okay,
Right?
okay.
So basically, if I'm looking at, I would say I'm using the bat that AB de Villiers also use.
Mhm.
Same. So a
Okay.
lot of, and
Got
it might differ. Like, tomorrow someone else might say, Arey, I don't like 9 and 20. I'm using 10 and 21. Okay, fine. That's your preference. But this is my preference. So tomorrow, even if you all say, okay, you know what, Savio, I think 8 and 22 is working very well. Well, good. As long as it's making money for you, it's good. It's fine. There's no hard and fast rule that this should be precise. This is after years of understanding the markets, and generally I can trade without looking at all of this.
which has worked for you, like
Yeah,
in a
which is
way.
work for my students or what I use on a daily basis for stocks, right? So this is more generic to industry standards when it comes to successful traders out there. Okay, it's a perfect sweet spot. So when you have tea, right, it shouldn't be too sweet, shouldn't have no sugar. It's just right there.
right.
So that sweet spot is 9 and 20 for me. And
Got
also
it.
the mentor
Got
of mine who I mentioned, Andrew Aziz, he also uses 920. Or maybe 921, but generally it's 920. Or
Also the
930.
direction, Savio,
Mm.
also the direction of the line matters, like when we are taking buy and the candle closing up and the lines are going upwards.
Yeah, but that
So,
for
It's a
starters,
trend,
yeah, that's a trend. But for starters, we'll stick to this, and then later on as we go, we'll try to, talk
oh,
more about it.
mm-hmm.
Because I just want you all to understand first the logic, if it's above what we do, which is very simplistic, and if it's
Got it.
below what we do, that's it. Then later on, obviously, if something is in momentum, you will find the line moving up,
Mm-hmm.
right? If something is not in momentum, it'll be flat, straight.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
something we all should be well aware of. But that is
Mm-hmm.
later on. First,
Okay.
let's try to. I mean, y'all would be pros at EMAs because y'all do it. But I want to make sure Carlton, Froy, and everybody else is pretty much doing it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and once we get there, then we'll get into advanced level techniques. How we look at that. We got a lot of time to do that. But we'll start with
Okay.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Yep.
We
Thank you.
hope
Thank you.
hope this was helpful, and we won't have a class tomorrow because you
Okay.
guys need to do all this stuff. But I'll send in the assignments today to everybody, and the task for this is it's just 10 stocks, buy and sell. Okay. And after that, we'll meet day after tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Perfect. Take care, guys. See you
Thank you so
around.
much, guys. Bye bye.
No issues. Bye bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye bye. Bye
Bye.
bye. Yes. Bye bye.